Hey, what's going on, guys? Joe the Chocobo here, and we are back in ARK, just kind of flopping on right where we left off. Anyways, stream, same thing as always. Well, same thing as last time, not always. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them. I'll glance over every now and then and try to answer some questions. But yeah, Dota on the main channel, that's gonna be amazing. I hope so. I really enjoy Dota, so. You know, I know it's not everyone's cup of tea. I know a lot of people are gonna start being like, League of Legends or Riot. But you know what? Riot makes the game, so you have plenty of riots for yourself anyways. And in general, I don't know. League stresses me out. League stresses me out, and I don't really have like a lot of friends that play League, so it kind of diminishes the point of playing League. Dota, at least, it's like I can go play with my friends, which is nice. And plus, I played Dota for a very long time, and that is like, you know, in terms of, by way of games, it is definitely like the first love of multiplayer games for sure. I just realized I made an extension here. I did not need that extension. That's okay. Alright, so we are going to just put this down. And I think we're going to actually... Yeah, I want to set up... Yeah, I like how we got this thing kind of going so far. We're setting up like kind of Dino Park Tycoon, if you guys know that game. But that's kind of like by way of what we're doing here. Alright, so... I'm going to go ahead. Man, Dino Park Tycoon is an old game. I just realized how old of a game that is. That was probably before some of you guys were even born. Holy cow. That was just a weird thought to go through my head. Alright, so, bang, there we go. I'm going to leave a 2 gap here just because I don't want to crowd this area too terribly much. So, we can have like a main walkway here. I really hope Ashley is okay with all these things I'm doing. If not, she's going to break them all and I'm not going to be salty at all about it. But, because I still got levels from it, which is really nice. But I do think we need to get some animal pens going. And then we'll also make a Dilo pen over there, like a Dodo / Dilo pen, because we need some areas for like the small critters as well. Alright, 2, 3, 3. Alright, there we go. And I just made another wooden foundation. Interesting. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. And let's lop that down. Come on, there we go. All right, cool. I've never seen or played what's it about. It's a survival game with dinosaurs. That is the simplest way to put it. If you are familiar with Stranded Deep, it is kind of like Stranded Deep with dinosaurs. It's a little bit. There's a lot more junk in here. Like you can get guns and like get really crazy with it. You have swords and spears, and it's a little bit more mechanically involved, I think, than Stranded Deep is. But that all said, Stranded Deep is still a lot of fun. I was actually going to go back to that game and try it out again, but after ARK kind of came along, I was like, I don't think I have enough time to play ARK, Stranded Deep, a survival series on Minecraft, and then potentially other things as well. Like, it got a little bit much, but for all intents and purposes, I think that, yeah, they're kind of in the same vein of game, if that makes any sense. But yeah, it's kind of Minecrafty, if you need another comparison. Although I would be kind of hesitant to really harp on it being Minecrafty as a main thing. All right, so here's my game plan. Right, there's gonna be one row here. You can kind of skirt around this a little bit. Probably not very much, honestly, because of this giant rock. But you can kind of go over here and you can leave them back here. So this is the main access point, and then there's going to be another set of pens right here, which should be, you know, pretty easy to work with. I think this will end up being pretty good, and it should give. It's going to be crowded. Don't get me wrong; it is absolutely going to be crowded, but it should at least be a good start for now to get things going. In terms of getting our animals a little bit more organized, and hopefully a little breeding action going on, because Ashley's progressed a lot in this series, and we also needed something just to level off of. So honestly speaking, this isn't the worst thing. The only thing that we might potentially lose is she might be like, this is a terrible idea. I don't want our base to look like a giant prison cell. Which I would completely understand, and so we might end up having to kind of move these things around. But regardless, I've done this work once before, so if we end up having to move things, I'll just move it off camera. But yeah, at least we got levels out of this. No matter what, we got levels, and that's important. I wonder if I can carry 20. Oh, I can. I'm just really slow. That's okay. Are you gonna play Lone Survivor with Pete? I do not know. Oh, that. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. It depends. If Pete invites me to go play that, then sure. But although if we can keep this kind of left to the Let's Play channel discussion as well as, I guess, personal questions? Question mark. But if we can keep it to that, that'd be great. Because we are playing ARK. I know a lot of you guys come from the other channel's content, which I still love you to death for. But for right now, the name of the game is ARK. And so I would like to keep it as such. You are stomping all over the place. Can I... Sally J, I need you to delete him. Oh my god. What did I just do? I just wanted that one! Oh my god. She's gonna kill me! Oh, Ashley's gonna kill me! I did it again! Oh! He's gonna actually beat me up. Oh, fudge! Everything. Oh, gosh darn it. Ugh. Oh, even the turtles move. Oh, no. Why? Why do bad things happen to bad people? Ugh. With a side of ugh. Oh my gosh, even the Dilo squad moved. Fleep. We fleeped up. We fleeped up real bad. Actually, you know what? Let's make the Dilo pen right now. I might as well. We've already reached that point, let's be honest. We might as well. Alright. Yeah, I'm just gonna... Well, I don't know. I don't want to build it too close to the house. We'll build it, like, over here. I just kind of want to make it flush, you know? Okay. That looks pretty good. There probably is a way to do that, but... TBH, I don't know it, so... Oh well. Yeah, we'll make this a 2x2 pen. They're Dilos. They can be squished together. No one cares. Alright. Okay. There is the Dilo pen going up. I'm assuming we're going to need feeding troughs for every single one of these pens, which honestly doesn't sound that bad. If the food doesn't spoil very quickly, that's the real value in it, if that's going to be a thing or not. But we'll see. We'll see if that actually ends up panning out the way that we hope. I don't think we have dodos. I want to say that we don't have dodos, but I don't know. I don't know for sure. So I'm going to operate under the assumption that we will eventually have some dodos, and I will not let them live right next to the Dilos, because that's like having a place for foxes and stuff. Wait, this is not... Is this right? Yes. Okay, I'm going to assume that it was straight. I don't know. We'll see. Well, I'll be able to know for sure if this is not correctly oriented in a moment. One more. Okay. And then break this down. Demolish. Nice. Okay, please be straight. Please, 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 please. It doesn't look straight, though. It doesn't look straight at all. Ah, crap. Wait. How did that happen? That's not even close to... What the fudge? Oh, no. Storm has the rest of the goods, I think. Storm? Yeah, come here, Storm. Come here. Get away from the rest of the group so I can easily tell where you are. Alright, bang! Favorite music / artist of the 90s / 2000s? I don't know. I actually don't know the answer to that question. I wasn't really big into that kind of thing, honestly. I kind of listened to music, but I kind of didn't, you know. And again, as I have said before, I had mostly female friends. I knew that NSYNC was a pretty big deal, and Backstreet Boys were a pretty big deal, although I thought Backstreet Boys were kind of like outdated and stuff, but I got really yelled at whenever I said that previously. So we're not going to say that again in the interest of me not getting beaten up by a whole bunch of really ferocious girls. And some very, very protective guys. There's some people out there, man. They really like the Backstreet Boys. Alright, let's get them over here. We can do this. Come on. Come on, little derps. Yeah, you can stay in the far pen. You guys can stay in the far pen. Alright, let's get you guys over here as well. And actually, with these pens, we should be able to control a little bit better, like that kind of moment. They shouldn't all insta-aggro, and they should be a little bit more protected than they were previously, which will be nice, I think. Okay, so there are the Dilos in their little pen, looking quite fine. And alright, so the Argentavis definitely need to not be in this region. Alright, Argentavis, let's get you all to move over here. I know I called Storm here as well, but for right now I just need to kind of take stock of what the heck is going on. Oh gosh, alright, big dudes, over with me. Alright. What? Okay. Hey there, okay, you're very large. You are very much in love as well, that's creepy. Alright, alright, Stego needs to be out here, because Stego we use to gather berries. Yeah, that's an albino rex. Look at it. It looks like an albino rex anyways. Alright, and then I don't know about the Sarcos. I feel like the Sarcos don't really need one. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think the Sarcos need a pen as well? Because, like, they won't fit in a 3x3. Well, they can. I just think that would be a really tight squeeze. You guys let me know if you think that the Sarcos should have a pen. Tame a raptor, they're good transportation? Yeah, they're pretty hype for transportation, but for right this particular moment, I'm not too concerned with the raptors. Oh, Sarcos do? A half water pen. Interesting idea. Can you do that? Can I build the water? I can. Okay, maybe. Yeah, maybe. I'm open to that idea. I don't know if we'll do it in this round of it, but we'll see. The turtles are... We have too many turtles. To be completely honest, we have a little bit too many turtles. Alright, so Pallet, Pal, and Parapal. You three can hang out over here. I don't even know how you guys got over there. Alright. Come on, a little bit closer. There you go. Alright, easy does it. Alright, you two with me. Alright, we're starting to... We're getting organized. We're getting there. We're getting there. It's a bit of an endeavor, but we are certainly on our way. Okay. And of course, if you guys would like to see other people join the server, you guys have to convince them to join the server. All right. I am more than happy to invite just about everyone to the server. But if they let me know, then chances are they will be able to get in. They just have to let me know that they want to get in. That's all it comes down to. Alright, let's get the scorpions over here. Alright, scorpions can chill. Pellet egg. Forest? I don't know. I'm going to leave forest out here, actually. Because I'm not entirely sure what forest does. I think he's supposed to collect eggs for us, but I don't know if that's actually working or not. Because I haven't seen any kind of egg collection. Maybe it has to be on wandering, and that's why we haven't done it. So we'll see. Maybe we have to eventually tame a whole bunch of them and just like have like a bajillion pens for them. Alright, so for the turtle squad, you know what? Yeah, turtle squad gets to have some prime real estate. We're going to give them an extra big pen. So I'm going to break these down. It's still going to be 3 long, but it's going to be a little bit wider. Let's make it 5 wide. And then that should be more than enough space for the current turtles that we have. And then... Look at this. We're actually getting organized. I'm proud of us, fam. I know this is like a sad level of organized, but you know what? Organized is organized. Don't take this from me. Alright. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Bubbles, come on. Okay. All the way over. Alright, cool, cool, cool. Alright, now turtles. Let's start. Oh wait, actually, let's start with a non. If you are not a Terminator, come with me. If you wish to live. Okay, and then you three, come on. There you go. Waddle right on in. Oh no. Well, that's okay. We can shuffle them around a little bit. That's not a problem. These Terminators actually get to be hanging out here because I might need to take them back on an expedition. Meat Shield 1 also gets to be part of that expedition group, but they're not quite cool enough yet. Oh, and I like humans too. Come on. Come on. Are you stuck? I don't understand. Okay, there you go. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Alright, turtles. Actually, maybe that's a little bit too much prime real estate. You know what? I'm gonna make it. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna recreate this part of the pen, and then I'm gonna just have it so they're separated, but it's gonna be part of the same kind of thing. If that makes any sense. So we're gonna reestablish that bit. Then we're gonna build this bit out. This will be where we keep the Terminators. Because Terminators are important, you know. And then it's raining, it's pouring. I can refill my water skin. It's not quite how the rhyme goes, but you know, gotta improvise sometimes. Okay, bang. All right, cool. Woo. All right. Let's see here. And then Terminator 2, 3, and 5. Alright, cool. Nightblade. Let's get you over here as well. Over by the other Pterodon, who is quite studious. Whoa, how did you get above me? Okay, speed little double. Alright, cool. So, we got that. Alright, now we need Lady Hornhead and Ava. Get you over in here. Whew! Alright, making some good progress here. Alright, then... Yep, that is good. Alright, so they are in. New egg. Terminators 2, 5, and 3, as well as Meat Shield. You guys get going here. Let's corral you a little bit better here. Okay. We need to get Meat Shield. Of course, the Terminators get the idea. Meat Shield is like, I don't know, I'm new. Come on, Meat Shield, you can do it. There you go. Alright, cool. So that bit is done. We have the Trikes in the Trike pen, we got the Scorpies in the Scorpy pen, and all that other stuff. So now I'm just going to go ahead and put this down here, and we're going to make it so that this is more even than it is right now. Because right now it's kind of uneven. This is more of an aesthetic thing. It doesn't actually serve that much of a function. It can kind of serve a function, but not really. For why we're doing it, it's pretty much purely aesthetic. Alright, so we'll build this one up a little bit more. Still another one? Really? Wow, okay. That's actually a really large change in elevation. I did not realize that. Alright, Storm. Let's go ahead, grab some more fences off you. You could say that they find it offensive, Kappa. What are the eggs for? You can use them for kibble. If they're not fertilized eggs, aka like, you know, they were made of love, then they are used to make a a delicious little treat. So whenever you tame dinos, they get at a higher level and stuff like that. I've actually not made kibble myself yet, but this is the rumor I've heard on the street. Okay, is that good? Maybe like one more, and they're pooping out stuff right now. Interesting. All right, come on. There we go. Yeah. Okay. Now they're about flush, which is where we want it to be. All right. Cool. That's. Hey, this one can use an extra one. Yeah. That's actually perfectly flush. Okay. Cool. And then this one, same dealy. All right. I can't tell if that's flush. I'm just gonna assume it's flush. And then we'll go around here as well. This will be quite a few of these foundations. Wow, that is an immense number of foundations, actually. Wow, okay. Well, dang, son, that is crazy. Good thing we got as many as we did. Thank goodness that beach area is, like, almost perfectly flat. That would have been ripped had it not been. Yeah, we're actually making some progress here. It's crazy. And the crazier thing is that it's progress involving organization, which we all know I'm infamously quite terrible at doing. So, hey, you know what? I think I'll take it. What? What the heck happened here? Why did that explode? Okay, I don't really understand why it just randomly was like, no, life is not worth living, and then it just kind of blew up on my face. That was kind of strange. Alright, that's okay. It's a little bit uneven, but you gotta go with what you got. Okay, so that looks pretty good. And then... Actually, yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty freaking good. Alright, so that is all done. I don't think we have any dodos to speak of yet, so probably not the most pressing concern I have. But regardless, I'm just gonna shore these up a little bit. Get them all presentable-ish. Yeah, alright. That's acceptable. Okie dokie smoky. Well, we are chipping away. What kind of bender would you be if you were an Avatar? I actually have never seen Avatar. I know it's like heresy, and people are gonna be like, what? But yeah, I've actually never seen Avatar. I don't know anything really from Avatar. I know like there are elements and bending and stuff. I would assume that I would like to be an air bender, because air, I've always liked the idea of wind and air. But if I had to probably be based off elements and like the way I actually am, I'd probably be more like earth or something. Alright, craftables. Let's make some railings. Alright, we do need a whole bunch of these railings. A foundation bender, cry. Choco, I'm down with you. Please, not like this. I can change. I can watch. I can learn. Oh my. Why have you not watched it? It was one of those things that didn't really appeal to me whenever it was like a show. And it just was like, the movies and stuff came out, and I don't go out to movies very often, truth be told. I know some people are like avid moviegoers. I am not one of those people. I am absolutely not one of those people. If anything, I'm probably the exact opposite. I'm terrible about going to the movies. Like, people have to drag me to them. That's the only real, reasonable way that I'm going to end up going to a movie. Like, in truth, I don't know. Maybe I would have, but even for like the new Star Wars movie, well, I guess it's not really new anymore, but the Star Wars movie, I probably wouldn't have even gone to see that, except Momo went with me. And a date is slightly different, so. And now Dodo, cry. You would make a perfect airbender because you're full of hot air. Wow! Lee, why you gotta be so mean? The movies sucked, but the shows were good. Nah, the series were one of the best of my childhood. Where do you get the new Bronto and the two Rexes? Ashley. Ashley has been hard at work, unlike me. That's why I'm fervently trying to get something done here. I'm just like, I need to do something. I have to prove I am worthy of staying in the village. Because we might get kicked out soon. Have you tried the Airbender tea? I have no idea what that even is. That sounds very, very weird and not trustworthy. I don't know if I would trust that, to be honest with you. You may want to double check what's in that tea. Last thing you need is to turn into like a mutant. Nah, Choco is totally an earthbender. No home, but finding a wall and setting up camp. I knew it! I knew I was gonna be like, dadgummit, I can never escape that. Every single time it's like, what element are you? I always end up rolling earth. Because they're like, yeah, you're like, you like to be practical about a lot of stuff, and you just kind of are like very, it's whatever. They're like, yeah, and you can be like, you can get a little bit overly serious and stuff sometimes. I'm like, well, shucks. And like, the elements I like are like air, and they're like, oh, you know, you're very like kind of, we're all over the place with like, you're energetic and all these other things, and like you're kind of not maybe erratic isn't quite the right word for it, but like you're very bouncy and you have like, you're fickle almost, and I'm just like that's not really me. And then Fire's like, you are crazy passionate about stuff, and I'm like, yeah, there's some things I'm passionate about, but definitely not as like nutty as they describe it to be. If he can't find a wall, he digs a hole. Cry every time. What do you guys think of me? I'm not like some kind of hobbit. Kappa. Can you use the eggs and get level 1 dinos? You can breed them, but that requires a fertilized egg, which is a different process. Those eggs that we're finding right now, they just kind of come about because they're like, they can. It's weird. There's fertilized eggs and non-fertilized eggs. The fertilized ones are the ones that give you babies. The ones that are not fertilized, of course, cannot. So, and we all agree Choco's not energetic. Please, Emerald, why you gotta be this way? You are bouncy if someone's chasing you. No, don't get me wrong, but it's like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like if you're associated with air, it's not just like you're energetic, but you're always like in that excited state. Like you're always just like you're the person that's twitchy. You're the guys that are like, if you are air-ish, then you're the one that's like always looking around like, I want to do something. Like you're just constantly on. You're a really, really excited dog. That's what it is. You are more like an excited dog than anything else. And that, I am not like that. I'm like, there are a lot of times where I'm like, yeah, you know, I can enjoy some good time to chill and talk and just kind of relax and kick back. But air would be like, no way. And then fire is more of like a, the fire can be either way, a little bit more towards air, but they are also extremely like, oh man, like I'm gonna do this and it's gonna be the greatest thing ever, and I'm like really just focused on doing this. Which I can also be, but definitely not the main descriptor. And then like water is like very serene and just like all things are nothing, for I am going to be peaceful and like all sorts of serene and calm and blah blah blah. And I can be that way, but the main difference between that and the things where, I don't know, you guys are like, are you a living horoscope? I'm not, I promise. I'm actually not into these things quite as much, but I don't know. We were talking about airbenders and stuff. I get confused. But the water one is also very like, it's I don't know how to describe it. It's like Earth is very stable and very just like rock solid, and that's their thing, and very connected to kind of like all that stuff. Water is kind of aloof, like it's kind of apart and very like introvert-ish, is my kind of way to explain it. It's not the best way of explaining this, but it's more introverty than I am. I am certainly like, I can be a little bit of an introvert, but not super introverted. I'm not like, and I will be with my own people, otherwise I will die. Like, I'm not that kind of person. You love dogs, but you're more like a cat. I am, no. I am actually pretty close to a dog, just not a yippy dog. I am not a yippy dog, which is what I'm talking, like, yeah, yippy dogs. Air is yippy dogs. That's actually really perfect. The more I think about it, yeah, no, that's good. That's totally legitimate. I would stand behind that. If you are like air kind of thing, you are a yippy dog. You are that air-headed dog that's like, I really want to play fetch. I really want to play fetch. Do you ever want to play fetch? I really want to play fetch. That's actually really perfect. Oh my goodness. The world just The world just revealed itself to me. Its true nature. Oh my. The level of satisfied by that analogy I am is actually astounding. Oh no, it built on weird levels. What the fudge happened here? You drunk? Railing? What the fudge is this? I'm not gonna put up with your crap, man. Obstructed? By what? By another railing? Oi, mate. Oi. That's not cool. That's not cool, fam. I don't understand. What do you mean it's obstructed? It's meant to be at the... Yeah, like that. That's perfect. I want to do that more. The fudge game. Oh, wait. Are the dinos... Oh, the dinos might be in the way, actually. They might be wagging their tails a little bit too ferociously. Okay. I'm going to do this one first to make sure that we're all at the right height here. I think that is the numero uno priority. Okay. That's all looking swaggerific. Alright, so... You and you. I think I got all of you? Come towards me. Yes. Hither. Hither. Okay, good. And then... Come here, stud. Come on. If I make you into a muffin, you're gonna be a stud muffin. Come on. Are you dumb? Hello? Wait, maybe I don't even need to move you. Hold on. Yeah, I don't need to move you. You can stay there. It's alright, stud. You can stay there. Alright, bang. Who would win? One raptor or one alpha raptor or 10 raptors? Probably the alpha because he heals, no? Alright, so the dilos are all good to go. And I think I'm actually going to just... Whoop, that's not what I want to do. Can I get back out? Yes, I can. Okay, so I can jump in and out of this pen, no problem. I'm going to put them to wandering. Because I don't think they can get out. And so what this should mean is that they should start breeding now. Enable wandering. Come on. Nope, that's a rail. Alright, enable wandering. Okay, let's pick up these. Whoop. Pick up the egg. Pick up the egg. Alright, cool. The pen is working. Nice. Oh, look at that. There's already hearts going all around. Nice. Alright, cool, cool, cool. I'm going to leave that one not completed just because of the fact that we don't have the dodos and stuff in there yet. But let's kind of finish off a couple of the other ones here. I'm not going to do the Scorpies because I see that one of them has a saddle on there and I don't want to interrupt anything that Ashley is doing. So we'll just do the Parapals for now. And then I think that might be it. Yeah, because she uses the trikes every now and then to move stuff. So yeah, let's just... I think we're going to do... Where's Raw? What did I do with the Argent Davis? Did I bring Raw back down? Or is Raw still up there? No, I must have brought Raw back down. Wait, what? Oh no, I'm with you. Okay. Raw. Did I leave it up there? What's my favorite video game? The game that I really love playing continuously, if I had to play one game for the rest of my life and it had multiplayer support and all that other stuff, would probably be Dota. If you're talking about just like a game that had the biggest impact on me, that would probably be Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy is what really sucked me into the gaming scene. Was like, I played that and I was instantly hooked. I was like, this is awesome that you can tell me a story that I'm like, that just really gets to me. It's like a cinematic adventure mixed in with like input from me, and it's like I felt like a hero, and I was like, this is cool and sick, and I am the awesomest. And then I got wrecked by Sephiroth, and then I cried, and then I was like, I'll come back and have my vengeance upon you. And then I trained, and like, yeah. Anyways, yeah, but that's your answer. Have I played RuneScape? Yes, I have. Raws by the coast by the beach. Oh, okay. Why are you... Why is it down here? Wait, where is it? Oh, there you are. Come here, Raw. Come here. Wait, no, wait, actually, I lied. You can stay right there. Okay, and then we're just going to take some more railings. We don't need a terrible lot of railings. Why am I overweight? Oh, I have wood. Waddle, waddle. Have I ever played Assassin's Creed? Yes, I have. I haven't been a fan of like the more recent ones, and I know some people will riot over that because they're like, Black Flag is the greatest. It wasn't really my thing. I will say that I actually did quite like, I don't know why I kept hitting the button. I actually did really enjoy Assassin's Creed 2, which everyone pretty much did, like Brotherhood, all that. I also was not a huge fan of Assassin's Creed 3, but the new one, Syndicate I think it is, that one I actually quite enjoyed. I thought that was fun. Also, these eggs are weighing me down something ferocious. Am I a nature person? No, not really. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not gonna like run around like punching trees being like, take that tree, but I'm not a huge like, well, unless I'm in ARK, then I do that all the time, but yeah, in general, I'm not one of those like people who's really into like, oh yeah, nature's really important and stuff. Like, I don't do those kinds of things, but yeah, I like nature. Like if someone was like, hey, let's go camping, and I was like, maybe, yeah, I might think about doing it. Did I play Skyrim? Yeah, Skyrim was fun. I think I prefer Skyrim over blanking. Over Fallout 4, I think. But I know that in and of itself is kind of a weird statement because it's like, oh, you're gonna pick a fight, but it's true. I think that Skyrim, the setting of Skyrim appeals more to me. I'm more of a fantasy person than a future, like modern day or futuristic thing. I'm not a huge fan of that kind of stuff, honestly. Not to say it's bad or anything, and not to say I can't enjoy it, but it's just not my it's not my jam. I always, ever since I was younger, I always was like, I want to be a knight. Again, I blame this on all the girls I was raised along. Yeah, actually, no. I bet you that's the reason why I like fantasy settings, is because I've always been used to the idea of like, oh yeah, no, your goal in life should be a knight for a princess. I actually distinctly remember being told something like that. And I was like, oh, okay. They're like, yeah, you have to be a prince. Little did I know, the brainwashing and the mental conditioning was starting right then and there. The girls would brain ninja me. Years later, I would realize the damage that had been done, and it was too late. Alright, let's let you wander as well. You can also wander, and your tail is very fat. I don't think they can get out. Doesn't look like they can, so I'm good with that. Alright. Enable wandering. Do you know how to code or anything like that? I did learn how to do a little bit of programming. Do you draw? Very badly. I remember my mom, God bless her for this. My mom actually, she revealed something to me as I got older. I found one of my old, like, I do have a sketchbook actually, and it's really terrible. I don't even know where it is now. It's probably eaten by land sharks or something. I do have it somewhere here probably. But I kind of like to doodle. But what I really like to do was I would draw designs for things. I basically thought I was Tony Stark. I was like, oh, I know how to design really amazing things. And I actually came up with some concepts that I thought were pretty good for a little kid. Like I remember when I was really little, I was like, yo, uncle, because my uncle was like an engineer dude just like my dad. And I'm like, uncle, I have a great idea. You should do these like crazy things with magnetism and trains. And I didn't understand like magnetism is a complex concept. I just thought like, yo, if I try to put two magnets together, it does mad repulsion. If you put really big magnets together, you're gonna fly. So if you went into my like little child version of a magnet-based train, holy crap! Did you just? How did you do that? Okay, I don't even know how that worked. Can you climb over here as well? But yeah, you would have died on my train, like 120%. You guys can get over that. Interesting. Okay, well, back in you go. And I need to make that wall taller. Okay, I am really struggling right here. My terribleness of parkour is showing. Alright. Let's shore this up. Make sure that they are truly imprisoned for all eternity. Come on, Sasuke, you're being a butthead. Get in here. Knights are cool, pirates are better. Are they though? Like, okay, here's the thing, right? If you put the more romantic stuff aside, like both sides have a lot of stuff that aren't very appealing about their stories, right? Like knights are, quite frankly, they're from an age where it was like bathing was, you know, good bathing was more or less a rarity, and just in general their lives were not very great. They had terrible, basically their circumstances were pretty terrible, and they also had a really bunch of terrible rules, and in truth they were also usually governed by a governing body that was like, we don't give a flying fleep about half of you, and yeah, it's pretty grim. But I would much rather be a knight than an actual pirate, because pirates had terrible, god-awful lives. Like, there was no home. I don't know. I think the concept of home is really important, so I don't like the idea of being something where it's like, yeah, you're basically ocean-born homeless, and that does not appeal to me in any way, shape, or form. Alright, Sasuke, we're gonna get you back in here. We're gonna do it, man. You and me, we're gonna do this. We're gonna get you in the pen. Come on, Sasuke. I like humans too. All of you nerds. I like turtles. You as well. Come on. Okay, and then chill. Okay, other turtle. Okay, that should be enough. Should be enough. Alright. Okay, so, can you follow me? Okay, does not appear so. Alright, I think we have mission success for now. Only thing is that I don't have a good way to get up there. But we can build a ramp or something, I'm sure. It's not too big of a deal. Or ladders, maybe? Maybe ladders are the way to go, actually. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. For now, I'm going to make this rail right here. Can I jump on top of it? Ooh, not really. Okay, I'm going to jump on top of turtles to get to the other turtles. Aha! Alright, and then enable wandering. Oh god. Okay, Sasuke, don't move. Alright, enable wandering. And pick up a stone. And then enable wandering. Whee! Okay, and then now we need to escape. Beautiful, beautiful. Alright, cool, cool, cool. Alright, so we got some pens set up. Oh! Why you glowy? It's too cold? I got you, fam. I think I got you, maybe? Okay, yeah, I got you, fam. Alright, we're gonna bring you inside, even though that's probably a terrible idea. Oh, and they had a baby too! How is your baby doing? Is your baby okay? It's also too cold. Well, fudge! Okay. We'll bring them indoors. I have no idea if this is a bad idea or a good idea. They're probably gonna die, to be honest. Because I think when they hatch, they're gonna be like, oh, we're hatched and we're starving. But regardless, you never know. They might survive the... Is seriously still too cold in here? Really? Even indoors? I mean, truth be told, they're probably not going to make it anyways. Yeah. I mean, because I'm not going to be on the server probably in time for them to... Oh, that's grim. Aw, these poor eggs. Can't do it. I'm not that savage. I can't do it. Can I leave him in here? What happens if I leave him in here? Do they spoil? No, they still spoil in the same amount of time. I think they're really just... They're ripped. I don't think there's any winning anymore. I think it's just a... I'm sorry, eggs. The best I can do is I can leave you with Pear, and hopefully Pear will love you. Oh, that increased their time by a lot, actually. Oh man. All right. Well, huh. Okay. Cool. 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 Yeah, alright, cool, cool, cool. Alright, so we're just gonna leave them as is. Hopefully, I just didn't incur, like, a whole bunch of wreck. Oh, man, they are spawning these things like nobody's business. Alright, cool. So we got some stuff done. Hopefully Ashley enjoys it. Hopefully I didn't just condemn, like, half our dinosaur population to death. I'm actually starting to wonder if that's going to do something weird about like their hunger and stuff, because they're going to be too busy being like, we must love everything, and then everyone's dead. That would be bad. That would be very, very bad. But anyways, guys, that's going to be it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, like button down below, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time. So take care, and ciao for now.